This is going to be the third example from the review sheet going over the mean value theorem. And so we'll go ahead and get started. The equation that we're given is f of x is equal to x over x minus 1. And the interval that we're given is from 4 to 10. So we go ahead and do our f of b minus f of a over b minus a. Okay, so for our f of b, we're going to have 4, we're going to have 10 over 10 minus 1 minus our f of a, so we're going to have 4 over 4 minus 1. That's going to be all over 10 minus 4. Okay, so then whenever we do that, we're going to have 10 over 9 minus 4 over 3 over 10 minus 4, which is 6. We need a common denominator, so we multiply 4/3, top and bottom, by 3. And so that will give us 10 over 9 minus 12 over 9 all over 6. So that is going to be negative 2 over 9 divided by 6. And so we do our keep change flip. So we're going to have negative 2 over 9 times 6, times 1 over 6, because the bottom fraction is 6 over 1, so we flip that upside down. And we're going to have negative 2 over 54. And so we can take a 2 out of each of those, so we'll end up with negative 1 over 27. Okay, so we found our answer. So now we need to take the derivative of our f of x. Okay, so our f of x is x over x minus 1. So you can tell we're going to need to use the quotient rule to find the derivative of that. And so the quotient rule is low times the derivative of the top minus the top, or high, times the derivative of the low, which is the bottom. That's going to be all over the bottom squared. Okay, so whenever we get ready to do that, we are going to have our f prime of x is equal to the bottom, x minus 1, times the derivative of the top, minus the top, times the derivative of the bottom, all over the bottom squared. Okay, so that is going to be x minus 1, because the derivative of x is just 1, and anything times 1 is itself, and that is going to be minus x minus 1's derivative, and whenever you have a constant, which 1 is right there, that's just going to become a 0. And again, the derivative of x is what's inside, is just 1. So we're going to have minus x, because x times 1 is x, over excuse me, over the bottom squared. And as you can probably tell, our x's there are going to cancel. So we have negative 1 over x minus 1 squared as our derivative. And so we need to set that equal to the answer that we got in step 1, which was negative 1 over 27. Okay, so this is our answer from step 2. Our derivative set equal to the answer we got in step 1. And if you notice, we can just cross multiply. But I would, since both of those are negative, you could just in your head think multiply by a negative 27 to 1 and a negative x minus 1 squared to that one, and your negatives will cancel out, which will just leave you with x minus 1 squared is equal to 27. So you have something squared, so go ahead and take the square root of both sides. You're left with x minus 1 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 27. And that is because whenever you take the square root of something, you get two answers, a positive and a negative, because you can square a negative and get a positive. And so from there we'll just say add 1 to both sides to get our x by itself. Okay, so we have two answers. We have 1 plus the square root of 27 and 1 minus the square root of 27. And the interval that we are checking those for is from 4 to 10. So if you wanted to, you could just make it easier on yourself and put it in a calculator. And whenever you do that, you'll see that 1 minus the square root of 27 is outside of the interval that we were given. So you will reject that one, and we are left with 1 plus square root of 27 over the interval of 4 to 10. So this one is our answer.